Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Simply English channel, where learning English is easy, natural, and fun. I'm Mia.
And I'm Alex. Hello, Mia, and hello to all our listeners around the world. I'm so happy to be here again.
Me too, Alex. And today we have a great topic, something we all do every day. Can you guess?
Maybe eating, sleeping?
Close. Today's episode is all about daily routines, what we do from morning until night. And we're going to talk about it naturally, like a real conversation.
Perfect. I always wanted to explain my daily life in English, but I never knew how to say everything.
That's exactly what we'll learn today. And for everyone listening, by the end of this podcast, you'll be able to describe your whole day clearly and confidently in English. Let's start with the morning. Alex, tell me, what time do you usually wake up?
I usually wake up at 7 a.m., but sometimes, especially on Mondays, I press the snooze button and sleep 10 more minutes.
I think we all do that. Waking up can be hard, especially on Monday mornings. And what's the first thing you do after you wake up?
The very first thing I do is stretch. I stretch my arms and legs to wake my body up. Then I go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, and wash my face.
That's a healthy start. I do the same. I like to drink a glass of water right after I wake up. It helps me feel awake.
Oh, I should try that. After I brush my teeth, I get dressed and make my bed. I don't always want to, but it makes my room look nice.
That's a good habit. A clean room gives you a clean mind for the day. Now, let's talk about breakfast. What do you usually have?
Breakfast is my favorite meal of the day. I usually eat toast with butter and eggs, and I drink a cup of tea or sometimes orange juice.
That sounds delicious. I like to eat yogurt with fruit and a cup of coffee. And I always sit down to eat. I never eat breakfast in a hurry.
Same here. I try to enjoy breakfast. It's the best time to think about the day ahead.
Speaking of the day ahead, what's next after breakfast?
After breakfast, I check my messages and read the news on my phone for a few minutes. Then I leave for school around 8 a.m.
That's a good routine. I usually go to work after breakfast. I walk to the bus stop, listen to a podcast, and plan my day in my head. Let's talk about the daytime now. What does a typical day at school look like for you?
I arrive at school at 8:30. The first thing I do is talk with my friends a little before class starts. Then we usually have 4 or 5 lessons: English, math, science, history, and sometimes art.
Which class do you enjoy the most?
English, of course. I love learning new words and practicing conversations, like what we are doing right now.
That's great to hear. And what about breaks? Do you get a lunch break?
Yes, around 12:30 we have lunch. I usually eat a sandwich, fruit, and drink water. We also have a short break in the morning where I sometimes eat a snack.
It's important to keep your energy up during the day.
After lunch, we have 2 more classes, and by 2:30 or 3 o'clock, the school day is over. That's when I start the second part of my daily routine.
And what do you usually do after school?
Well, first I go home. When I arrive, I change my clothes and have a quick snack, maybe an apple or a cookie. Then I start doing my homework.
Good. It's better to do homework early so you don't have to worry about it later.
Exactly. I usually spend about 1 to 2 hours on homework. If I finish early, I sometimes read a book or watch a short video in English to practice.
That's a smart way to learn, mixing fun with study. Do you do any activities in the afternoon?
Yes, twice a week I go to football practice with my friends. It's really fun and helps me stay active. On other days, I might go for a walk, visit my grandparents, or play video games.
Balance is important. Studying, exercising, relaxing, all are part of a good daily routine.
Absolutely. If I don't go outside or do something fun, I feel tired or bored.
Now let's move to the evening part of your day. What happens after the afternoon?
Around 6 or 7 p.m., my family and I have dinner together. It's my favorite part of the day because we all sit at the table, talk about our day, and enjoy good food.
That's lovely. Dinner is a great time to connect with family. What kind of food do you usually eat?
It depends. Sometimes we eat pasta, sometimes soup and salad, or grilled chicken with vegetables. My mom is a great cook.
Sounds delicious. After dinner, do you usually relax?
Yes, I help clean up the table and wash the dishes. Then I usually watch a TV show, play a game, or listen to music.
And how do you end your day?
Around 9:30, I start my night routine. I brush my teeth, wash my face, and sometimes read a few pages of a book. Then, I go to bed at 10 p.m.
That's a healthy bedtime. I like to write in my journal before sleeping. Just a few sentences about my day. It helps me relax.
That's a good idea. Maybe I'll start doing that too.
You know, Alex, it's interesting. Even though we all have a daily routine, everyone's day is a little bit different.
That's true. My routine is not the same every single day. Sometimes it changes, especially on weekends.
Exactly. And that's something important to learn in English. We can talk about what we usually do, but we can also talk about what we sometimes do.
Oh yes. Like, I usually wake up at 7 a.m., but sometimes I wake up later on Sundays.
Perfect example. And I usually eat breakfast at home, but sometimes I grab a coffee and a sandwich on my way to work. Let's practice this a bit. I'll say a sentence, and you say if it's usually or sometimes.
Okay, let's try.
I go jogging before school.
I think that's sometimes.
Good. What about I brush my teeth before bed?
That's usually. Actually, it's always.
Exactly. And I eat pizza for breakfast.
Definitely sometimes. Or maybe never.
Great job. These small words, usually, sometimes, never, always, make your daily routine sound more natural. Now let's add another useful skill, talking about time. It's one thing to say what you do, but it's even more natural to say when you do it.
Oh, like I wake up at 7 a.m. or I go to bed at 10 p.m.
Exactly. But we can be more specific too. I start studying at 8:30, or I have lunch at 1:45.
That sounds more advanced.
It is, but it's still simple English. Let's make some sentences. Repeat after me. I take a shower at 7:15.
I take a shower at 7:15.
I leave the house at 7:50.
I leave the house at 7:50.
I do my homework at 5 o'clock.
I do my homework at 5 o'clock.
Good job. Now let's talk about feelings. Daily routines are not only about actions, they're also about how we feel.
True. I feel sleepy in the morning.
Me too. And I feel hungry around lunchtime.
And I feel tired after school. But I feel relaxed when I listen to music.
Perfect. Using feelings makes your English sound natural and human. Let's try more. I feel happy when I see my friends.
I feel happy when I see my friends.
I feel bored when I have too much homework.
I feel bored when I have too much homework.
I feel excited before football practice.
I feel excited before football practice.
Now let's add something even more interesting. Talking about future plans in your routine.
Oh, I know. We can use going to.
Exactly. We can say, I'm going to visit my grandparents after school. Or, I'm going to read a new book tonight.
That makes the conversation more interesting.
It does. Try a few.
I'm going to meet my friends after class.
Good.
I'm going to help my mom with dinner tonight.
Excellent.
I'm going to study English every evening.
Wonderful. That's how we make our daily routine sound more dynamic. Let's do a fun exercise now. I'll ask questions about your routine, but they will be tricky. You have to answer quickly without thinking too much.
Oh, sounds fun.
What's the first thing you do after waking up?
Brush my teeth.
What do you do at 8 a.m.?
I leave for school.
What do you do before dinner?
I help my mom or do homework.
What's the last thing you do before bed?
Turn off my phone and read a few pages.
Good. What's something you never do in the morning?
I never watch TV.
Excellent answers. Let's now make your daily routine more descriptive. Instead of just saying, I go to school, we can say, I walk to school with my friends every morning. We talk about our favorite games and classes on the way.
Oh, that sounds more interesting and real.
Exactly. Try one.
Instead of, I do my homework, I can say, I do my homework in my room while listening to soft music. It helps me focus.
Perfect. That's how native speakers talk. They add details and feelings.
Okay, let me try another one. I eat dinner with my family. We talk about our day and laugh a lot together.
That's wonderful, Alex. Now it sounds like a story, not just a list. Speaking of stories, let's build a complete story of a daily routine from morning to night.
Okay, I'll try.
I'll help you. Let's start together.
My alarm rings at 7 a.m., and I slowly open my eyes. The first thing I do is stretch my body and smile. A new day is starting. I go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, and wash my face with cold water to wake up. Then I get dressed and make my bed. I feel ready for the day.
Nice beginning. What next?
I go to the kitchen and eat breakfast with my family. We usually have eggs, toast, and fruit. I drink tea and read a little news on my phone. After breakfast, I pack my bag and leave the house at 8 a.m. I walk to school with my friends.
Good job. Keep going.
At school, I attend my classes and learn new things. English is my favorite subject. During lunch break, I sit with my classmates and we talk about movies, games, and sometimes our homework. After school, I go home and have a snack. Then I start my homework while listening to relaxing music.
That's very descriptive. I can imagine the scene. Finish the evening part.
After finishing homework, I usually go outside to play football or go for a walk. Around 7 p.m., my family and I have dinner together. We talk about our day, share funny stories, and plan the weekend. After dinner, I help wash the dishes and then relax. Sometimes I watch a TV show, sometimes I read a book. Around 9:30, I brush my teeth, wash my face, and prepare for bed. I read for 10 minutes and then turn off the lights at 10 p.m. That's my day.
Bravo, Alex. That was an excellent daily routine story. Now, for everyone listening, here's your challenge. Try to write or speak about your daily routine in English just like Alex did. Add details, feelings, times, and habits. It's the best way to improve your English.
Yes, and remember, don't worry about mistakes. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes.
Before we finish, let's review a few useful phrases we used today. I usually wake up at, I sometimes, I always, I never. After that, I. Before I go to bed, I'm going to, for future plans. I feel, to describe emotions.
These phrases make your English sound more like a real conversation.
And now, before we say goodbye, a little message for all our wonderful listeners. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Simply English Channel, so you never miss a new lesson. Click the like button if you found this podcast helpful. It really helps us grow and create more content for you. And leave us a comment below. Tell us what your daily routine is. What time do you wake up? What's your favorite part of the day? We'd love to read your answers. Finally, share this video with a friend who is learning English. Learning together is always more fun.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today. We hope you learned something new and enjoyed our conversation.
Until next time, keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep enjoying English.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye.